Listen up, you filthy maggots. It's time for the Veterans Connection on WHTL.
Sir, yes, sir.
I can't hear you.
Sir, yes, sir.
Attention! You serve your country. You made the sacrifice. The Veterans Connection is here to help. So fall in line, dirtbags.
Sir, yes, sir.
What's that? I can't hear you.
Yes, Drill Sergeant!
Now pay attention. The Veterans Connection is brought to you by the Trempealeau County Council of the American Legion, International Ingredients, Reedy Concrete and Construction, Fireworks over Blair, Mondovi Insurance Agency. Now listen up. The Veterans Connection starts right now.
Well, it does, and good morning, everybody, and welcome to Middays with Mark, and it's Tuesday, which means Veterans Connection, and I'm being joined in studio by my friend, Mr. Brian Lyga, commander for the Trempealeau County Council of the American Legion. Good morning.
Good morning.
Lovely day, isn't it?
Well, I was thinking about a couple weeks ago when it was 80 degrees, and I'm going like, where are those days?
Yeah,
However,
no kidding.
I do like the rain.
We need the rain.
Yeah,
that is a fact.
I love the rain, but I don't know, this 40, 45 degree weather.
And windy.
Yeah.
It's not very nice out there, and but hey, Mother Nature. You never know what to expect with Mother Nature. You just never do.
That's right.
But first thing I want to talk about, and I'm sure it's in here somewhere. I haven't looked at the stuff you brought, but I want to talk about the grand opening. You had the grand opening of the big Legion right here in Whitehall.
It's been I don't know, maybe it's been a struggle, maybe it's been fun, but we've been working on that thing for about a year now. We've had a lot of people come and help us. We've had a lot of high schoolers from Whitehall come and help us, like the wrestling, the volleyball team, the football team. They all come in and filled up dumpsters. Jerry and Jill Perk, just, lovely owners of the place. They gave us a great deal. The school has helped us, a lot, and then people in the community have helped us, and we finally got a grand opening. It's not perfect yet, but we wanted to show the people that we are ready for business.
I saw some pictures of it. I haven't had a chance to get down there yet. It looks really nice inside. Y'all did a really good job.
It does, and like I said, we still got a couple things left to do, but I think we can run some things. It has changed from the old City Cafe to what it looks like now. We tore down all the plaster on the walls, and now we have the brick showing, so that that really enhances the building. Mm-hmm. The size of it is just incredible. If you guys, if anybody out there wants to hold a birthday party or a graduation or, any kind of celebration.
Wedding reception.
Yeah, we have tables in there, and you can bring your own food in there. We're not going to cook. I don't think, we are pretty good chefs, but I don't think we're going to cook anything. You're going to have to bring in your own goods.
Now, if people want to secure the hall, what's the best way to do that?
Well, they can give me a call at 715-533-3814. Leave a message if I can't pick up, and I'll get back with you. For meetings, 2-hour meetings or less, it's $50 charge. For a half a day, approximately 6 hours, we have it on a contract, it's $150, and then for a full day, it's $300.
That's really reasonable.
Yep.
That is really reasonable.
Those are pretty good prices, I think.
And what a great location, right in downtown Whitehall on Main Street. I mean, you really can't beat it.
You bet.
And you, like I say, I saw some pictures of it. I'm going to have to go down and check it out. But you did a great job remodeling that place.
On the 29th of June, and I know that's a little bit ways away. We have the Legion Riders. We're going to have about 50 motorcycles ride in and stop for a visit. Our post is going to be one of the stops. So that's going to be, pretty loud with Harleys in the morning at 9 o'clock on Sunday, 29 June. But, that's kind of that's kind of where we want to be at. We want to give something back to the community, and we're open for business.
Okay, what else is coming up with the American Legion?
So, May is, I call it Hell Month. It's really busy for all of the posts. I'm also part of AMVET's Post 1 in Pleasantville. So they're going to have their ceremony on 24 May. That's a Saturday, and that's going to be at Grace Lutheran Cemetery in Pleasantville at 10 o'clock. On Sunday, 25 May at Bruce Valley Church. That's N43636, County Road D, Strum, Wisconsin. They're going to have a Memorial Day lunch that will be served starting at 11, and then the Memorial Day ceremony will start at 1 p.m. Arcadia, Post 17, their Memorial Day is at the St. Joseph Cemetery in Glencoe at 10:30 on 26 May. Blair, Post 231, Monday 26 May at the Blair Taylor School District Auditorium. They'll hold their ceremony at 11. Eliva, Post 459, Saturday 24 May at 11 at the Bennett Valley. And then the Norden Cemetery at 11:30, and Monday 26 May at the Strum Memorial Park at 9 a.m. Eliva Cemetery at 10 a.m. and Chimney Rock at noon. So they got a busy day.
Busy day.
Yep. Ettrick, Post 354. Memorial Day is at the Ettrick Community Center, 11 a.m. on 26 May. Independence, Post 186. Ceremony is on Memorial Day at Saints Peter and Paul Cemetery in Independence at 10 a.m. on 26 May. Let's see, Whitehall, we have two ceremonies on Memorial Day. The first is at the Lincoln Cemetery at 9 a.m. and followed by the ceremony in Pigeon Falls, Eckerd Park at around 10:30. So we got a lot of things. We got a lot of things going on in the posts.
And it's a good, I think it's great that we recognize Memorial Day.
I think it is too. It is a time to understand the sacrifices that the others before us have made, but it is also a time to celebrate the sacrifices that they made. Mm-hmm. You don't have to go around thinking about Memorial Day as a loss for the whole day. You think about it for a moment and you remember them, and then you celebrate like there's no tomorrow. Mm-hmm. That's the way I look at it.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely. And, keep in mind that Memorial Day and Veterans Day are two different things.
Yes.
Memorial Day is for the ones who have gone, mm-hmm. and the ones who have made the ultimate sacrifice. And, God bless every one of them. We wouldn't be the country we are without them. So
we wouldn't. Nope.
And is it Poppy Month already?
It is Poppy Month. So I decided to talk about this a little bit. I'm going to give you a little history or some of my thoughts. There are still some people in the area that don't know the meaning of the red poppy. I wear one on my ball cap, mm-hmm. and I always get the question, what's the red flower for on your cap? Well, I'd like everyone to listen. Now, we do in Flanders Field. That's kind of a poem. It was written by a Canadian physician, Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae. He was inspired to write it May 3rd, 1915, after presiding over a funeral of a friend who died in battle. It references the red poppies that grew over the graves of the fallen soldiers that resulted in remembrance poppies becoming the world's most recognized Memorial Day symbol for soldiers who have died in the conflict. The red poppy is nationally recognized symbol of sacrifice worn by Americans since World War I to honor those who have served and died in our country. The red poppy is nationally recognized symbol, and we just asked for donations to I guess, to get one. And the donations are anything. If a kid has a quarter or they don't have a quarter, I'm going to get them a poppy anyway. Some people throw $20 in there and say, take care of the rest. So, and then all the donations received will be used by the American Legion family for their programs that support veterans in the military community.
It is. It's such a great cause. And we keep one in the studio. There's one right in back on the shelf back there. We always keep one right here in the studio.
Yep.
Now, the other thing, I just a couple more things before we wrap it up. But you've got a program called the Sofa for Service. Now, I've never heard of that one before.
Okay, I've had it on the program a couple times before. Sofas for Service they're based out of Eau Claire, but they run the communities surrounding Eau Claire. And what they do is they have a warehouse full of furniture, dishes, lamps, tables for veterans who are in need of those things. For example, if your house burns down, you can go to Sofas for Service and they will try and fill your whole house with the things that you need.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and they take slightly used furniture and they'll even pick it up. So that that's pretty awesome that they pick it up.
Yeah.
You have a couch down in the basement. Hey, it's springtime, and I'm sure a lot of people are starting to do a little house cleaning, need a little bit more room, and they have this couch that's in really, really pretty good shape. They can call Sofas for Service, and they'll take a look at it, and they'll say, yeah, we'll come pick it up. The website is sofasforservice.org. They are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and the phone number for Sofas for Service, if you want to donate any kind of furniture, dishes, couches, anything that you have in your house that's slightly used, 715-309-9663. I'm going to read that one more time. 715-309-9663.
That's a really cool deal. It really is, because veterans often are in need of that of the household items, and they have a hard time providing for that. And this would be a great way to to help out the veterans. Be generous, make a good donation.
Yeah, let me tell you just a little bit of story about. I went up there and visited just to see what they had in their warehouse, and see what kind of things they were giving away. And there was a couple there that just had their house burned down, and they were culinary people. They like to cook, and the Sofas for Service hooked them up with all the dishes, pots, and pans, and things that they needed to cook and to make their home feel like home again after it had burned down.
That's way cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool thing.
Yep.
Spotlight Veteran of the Month as we wrap it up.
All right,
Mr. Lyga.
so it's not any individual this month. It's kind of because we're celebrating Memorial Day for those. The current status of the military is we have approximately 2.86 million personnel, including active duty and reserves. This includes 1.3 million active duty and 762,000 reserve units, or people. And then we also have 778,000 civilian workers. So, that's a big force.
Big chunk.
Yep. In 2023, there were approximately 15.8 million military veterans in the United States. This represents about 6% of the total population. So there's not many of us that served in the United States. However, near Memorial Day, the Veteran of the Month is all the veterans who have lost their lives defending our country. Over 1.1 million lives were lost defending our country's freedom. All of the Legion posts are responsible for the graves in their area, and they place the U.S. flag on all veterans' graves prior to Memorial Day until Veterans Day. How many veterans are buried in the United States national cemeteries? Nearly 5.3 million people are buried at national cemeteries. This includes 4 million veterans from the Revolutionary War all the way up to the Iraq and Afghanistan wars and peacetime also. We have approximately 150,000 people buried in sites that are American soil, but they're in a different country. Mm-hmm. For example, Luxembourg, Normandy.
Yep.
So there's a lot of places around there. Let's see. Arlington National Cemetery has approximately 400,000 people buried there. The American military no longer buries soldiers abroad. This option to be buried overseas ended during during Korean War. Now the military tries to bring those people back to U.S. soil.
You know, the national cemeteries are really amazing. My dad's buried in one out in Colorado.
Sure.
And if you've never been to Arlington National Cemetery, I highly recommend it. It is not only a beautiful place, but it'll give you chills walking through there.
It definitely will.
When you see the entire thing of Arlington, it's just an amazing, incredible place.
Yeah, you know, they have the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier there.
And watching the changing of the guard is something you can't miss.
Yep. You have to go see it if you ever get there. Definitely. They will stop.
And they will put you in your place.
Yes, they will put you in your place, and then they will go back to business.
Yep.
Yeah,
be quiet while you're watching it, because they will let you know that you're out of bounds real fast.
Yep.
They will. But I know it's an incredible place, and we're really fortunate to have the national cemeteries.
Yes,
we really are.
We are.
And I tell you, but you were talking about the veterans who gave their lives for our freedom, not just our freedom, but take a look at the countries that are free today because of the American veteran.
Yes.
That's even a more amazing thing.
Yeah.
You take a
that
look
you're helping somebody else that it's not part of your community. It's part of the world, but not part of your community. Yeah.
And we've always gone to help other countries with the thought of freeing them, not conquering them, which is really an amazing thing too.
I think that's a good thing that the United States does.
I agree with you. What a neat segment.
You bet.
Memorial Day.
Hey, I do want to thank all the service members out there. I want to thank you for your service, and thank you for our freedom. Especially on Memorial Day, the ones that we've lost.
Absolutely. God bless every one of them. And, we appreciate your sacrifice, and your families are very important to us, too. So,
yeah.
Absolutely. Well, you're going to be busy on Monday.
I'm going to be busy from now on until Monday afternoon.
That's all right.
That's okay.
It's a labor of love.
It is.
It is. Mr. Brian Lyga, Trempealeau County Council of the American Legion Commander, thank you so much for coming in. Brian, always good to see you.
You bet.
Veterans Connection brought to you every Tuesday by the American Legion Council here in Trempealeau County, International Ingredient Corporation, Reedy Concrete Construction, Blair Fireworks, and Mondovi Insurance Agency.